So this right here is the world's second tallest roller coaster. And yesterday, it opened for the very first time since 2021. Top Thrill 2, baby. Alright, so I feel like I'm definitely in some sort of predicament right now because on one hand, I really want to go to Cedar Point and I really want to get on Top Thrill 2 because first off, it's the second tallest coaster in the world. Second off, I am free opening weekend. And third of all, I don't know if I really fully trust Zamperla yet to keep this thing open long term. In my gut, I know that something's going to happen and I want to be there on one of the first days that it's open. But on the other hand, I don't know how I'm getting to Cedar Point. So that's my current situation. Alright, so I think we found the solution. I'm just going to take a train.
Alright, listen up. Here's the game plan. Saturday afternoon, I'm going to get on a train. From Harrisburg, I'm going to get taken all the way out to Pittsburgh. Then at Pittsburgh, my only goal is to find food. Then from Pittsburgh, overnight I head all the way out to Ohio. And Sunday morning, I will wake up in Toledo where Hessler will be to pick me up. Alright, so the only thing now that there is left to do is actually execute this plan. I'm going to pack a bag. Michael from Post, play some generic vlog montage music.
So I think it's finally hitting me. Like I am actually about to take a 14-hour train ride, end up in Ohio tomorrow morning, and then I'm going to ride the world's second tallest roller coaster. Like up until this point, I haven't really talked about Cedar Point or my thoughts on Top Thrill 2. I've just told you guys the story of how I've gotten to this point. But now that I'm actually here, I'm about to go to the train station and we're gonna get on Top Thrill 2 tomorrow. Now for how I feel about this coaster, I don't really know. It's pretty obvious that I have made multiple videos in the past hating on Pantheon and hating on swing launches. Obviously, I didn't do that for Top Thrill 2. I was debating it, but overall, in the end, I didn't. Now, originally, I was going to make a video on Dragster and why, one, I don't know if it'll be a good ride, but two, ultimately why I disagree with it entirely. And I'm not talking about the swing launch. Ultimately, the reason why original Dragster closed is because a fatal accident happened. Whether that was because of the ride vehicle or somebody falling out of the coaster or anything, I think there is a certain argument that could be made for any coaster accident why that coaster should not open ever again. And to a point, I am on the team that Dragster should never reopen because of what happened. I mean, just think about how that family feels. But yet again, this is a huge marketing thing and a business opportunity for Cedar Point that they kind of need to take. I think in the end and overall as a community, we should be extremely grateful that this is the outcome that Dragster has, that it can be relived through a second model. Whether this second version and this revival of Top Thrill Dragster is going to be good or not, well, I'm about to find that out. And I think now it's time for me to hop on this train, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning in Ohio. There he is, my favorite Six Flags employee. Bro, in the flesh. Dude. 5 a.m., let's get this done.
Meet Hessler. He happens to be one of my closest friends in the community and ultimately is the one who convinced me to go on this trip in the first place. He said if I could get him into the park for free, then he would give me a ride to and from, and well, the rest is history. You guys will also be seeing a lot more Hessler later in the summer, along with a couple other of our closest friends in the community. These guys and I actually have a podcast called the Five-Toed Doozies, coming out soon. And, well, when that time comes, I'm really excited to share that with you guys. Anyway, back to the video.
first theme park visit of the year.
Oh yeah, dude.
Very good, very good. Somewhere between good and great.
Somewhere between good and great. Dude, it's so big! Holy crap! Oh
sick.
my god!
That compared to Power Tower, it dwarfs it.
Alrighty. We just made it to Cedar Point.
Yes, we did.
Well, we've been here for quite a bit. Kind of just walking around, enjoying the morning. Of course, last time I really checked in with you guys, like for real, it was like 5:08 in the morning. We started to drive over here at 7:30. We now have about 30 minutes until the park opens. We just got our compensation tickets. And now we'll resume the vlog where I left off. About to get our first ride on Top Thrill 2. Alright, so before we ride, I want to talk about this. Because we all know how I feel about swing launches and stuff. We're here at Top Thrill 2, right? And this is the way that I think that they could execute this coaster perfectly, right? This launch right here, it has to be fast enough to where you actually feel forces on the launch, but you actually get a little something right up through here. But the problem with that is the faster you make this launch, the weaker the acceleration is on the backwards launch to that spike. And then after that, this third launch is going to be the weakest launch of them all. So it's almost like a lose-lose situation. You want this part to be forceful and you want a good rollback from up here. But yet again, the faster you make it, the more forceful it gets right here, the slower this acceleration is going to be. So you kind of got to take some, you got to lose some to make this somewhat of a ride experience. I'm gonna stop blabbering on. Let's get a locker and let's get on this bad boy.
This ride's gonna suck.
It's gonna be worse. Are you ready? Let's do this, bro.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh! It's so tall. Oh my god! Holy crap! Look up!
My
Look
God!
up!
Oh my gosh!
What in the world is happening? What? Oh my god! Ah! Airtime! Airtime! I'm out of my seat! What? Oh my god! What? Bro! Dude, I don't know what we just did, but we just did something.
That ride is insane.
I don't know what just happened, but something happened, man.
Just off of first ride, the heart lining is so bad. You do the twist up the spike, guys, you start to get airtime. That's the start of the airtime right there at the twist of the airtime.
In back row, all the way over.
Over 500 rides on Skyrush, and that top hat puts any laterals on Skyrush to shame.
Oh, 100.
And that's not overreacting or anything.
No. So Michael does not have OG Dragster.
I don't have OG Dragster, but I have
But as a
Prop.
person who has OG Dragster credit, I do think Dragster's better. Not by much. Not by much.
But I think
That this is a worthy replacement if old Dragster was anything like Kong.
So obviously this is a much longer ride. I think the top hat's more insane, and the fact the ladders are more insane. But the reason it's not quite Dragster is because the launch was 3 seconds smooth with lap bars. I don't think that can ever be beat.
those trains are fantastic, though.
Oh, they're amazing.
Every aspect of those trains were thought out to a T. They're comfy.
That train's
They
empty.
take away.
That train's empty.
So it broke down.
I just filmed a little bit with Michael, but the top 5 is back. The top 5 is back, which is insane to say. Because now this is, again, a must ride every time you come. This is a worthy replacement of Dragster. Worse, but worthy. This ride is insane, and it's a worthy replacement.
We waited probably what I'd say an hour
Barely
tops.
less. Barely less.
maybe just under an hour. Fantastic wait for that thing. Good evening there, fellow YouTube viewer. My name is Michael, and I make YouTube videos about roller coasters. If you are anything like me and have a crippling addiction to roller coasters, then this might be the place for you. This is a sponsor after all, and I'm here to tell you this is going to be my biggest summer ever. I have crazy adventures planned every single month, and these aren't adventures you're going to want to miss out on. Now, my unstable addiction has led me to make some very poor financial decisions and has put me in crippling credit card debt. Woo! So this is what I need you to do. Please, for the love of God, watch this mid-roll ad the entire way through.
What we do here is go back.
So we haven't vlogged in a while, like at all. Park is closed. We ended up getting 3 rides overall on this. So big it can't get in one frame. That's wild. So, thoughts on Top Thrill 2 and spending an entire day with it. Somehow it's been open for, I guess, what is 2 days now. This was the second day it's been open, and we got 3 rides. Anyway, we're gonna talk a little bit about it. So first off, it's fantastic. I think it is a very worthy replacement of what OG Dragster once was, even though I don't have that. I have Ka.
As a person who has the credit, I would say it is a worthy replacement.
Yeah. Anyway, so the first launch is nothing special. It's there and it's somewhat intense, but it's not too much, you know what I mean? It's very manageable, but it's nothing like spectacular. Once you pull up into the top hat right before you get a rollback, there is the smidgen, littlest amount of force of positives going up into the top hat. Nothing much. Rollback is nothing special. You might get a tiny bit of weightlessness as you go back down into the swing launch. And then swinging back into the backwards launch, that's where things really start to pick up. You coast for a tiny bit and then the launch kicks in. It's not immediate, but it's there. And it takes you a decent amount of time to get up to the 100+ mile an hour backwards launch. And then the pull up into that big thing over there behind the tree, the spike, is very forceful. Probably the most forceful part of the ride. Now, once you get up to the spike, I don't know, this is where I think the controversy starts a little bit. The weightlessness that everybody else claims they were feeling, I did not feel it nearly to the extent that everybody was hyping it up. And I feel like 2 or 3, maybe out of the 4 people in our group also might agree with that comment. It's there, the force, the weightlessness, whatever you want to call it, weightlessness is definitely there, but not to the full extent that you would want a spike to be. And into the third and final launch, you come back up through here, that's when, I'm gonna be completely honest, all hell breaks loose. Because you start to get airtime right there at the tip of the red, and it lasts all the way up. I don't know how it's possible or why it works. We got airtime from here all the way down. Fantastic, very worthy replacement. Fantastic day here at Cedar Point. Didn't vlog too much, but had a fantastic time. Hope you guys enjoyed whatever was vlogged, and I'll see you guys next time.